Hey, welcome back everyone. I'm Ishan Sharma, and in this video you'll be learning about how college students can use LinkedIn effectively to get great opportunities and to build a community of people around them. But before that, I just want to have a quick announcement to make, and that is the fact that my first book called Crush It on LinkedIn is out and is available on Amazon in the ebook format, and it is also coming soon in paperback on Amazon and Flipkart. But you know what the best part about this book is? It is completely available for free for you just for the first week. All you need to do is to go click the link in the description and you will get your book for free. And yeah, you can just put your email inside of it and it will email you a copy of the book. And yeah, I just want to tell you that I have tried really hard to explain you exactly how LinkedIn works. How can you message people on LinkedIn, how to talk to people on LinkedIn, how to connect with people, how can you have an amazing profile on LinkedIn. And you know, everything about LinkedIn I've covered in that particular book, everything that I know of. And I've also talked with a bunch of people who have been using LinkedIn from the last three to 7 years, and they have shared their own experiences. So yeah guys, I hope you will learn something from this book. And if you do, make sure that you go to Amazon and give a 5-star rating and review for this book. That would just mean the world to me. And yeah, do share it with your friends and just learn from this book and let me know what you think about it. But anyways, this particular webinar that you're about to watch is recorded by Girl Script Agartala. They organized an event where they invited me to talk about how LinkedIn can be used effectively for college students. We'll be talking about the myths people have about LinkedIn, the misconceptions and all that. So yeah, I was among the 3 people that were invited. We had Harsh, we had Bhavishya, and so we were doing like a round of just every single topic we were discussing one by one. And so I hope you will learn something from this video guys, and also share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and like this video. But yeah, now let's get into the video now.
Hi Ishan, hi Bhavishya. Are you there?
Hey all.
Hi Harsh.
Hey Harsh. Am I audible?
Yeah, all are audible.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay, so let's start with the first topic of our session, which is like why should we use LinkedIn and why LinkedIn matters to us. So Bhavishya, Ishan, do you want to share some of the thoughts of yours?
Okay, I'll get started. So, hello everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma, and today you might think that why should you really get started with LinkedIn? Like, if you are a student, if you're in college, you don't have a lot of experience in jobs or you don't have internships or anything, then why should you really go into a corporate or like a professional platform where people who are in companies or people who already have jobs, who are at high positions, they are there. And so, why should you really go there? Right, so the answer to that is that because they are there, that is the reason you should go there. Because when you go to a place where people are who search for this kind of talent for people, you should be there, you should be reflecting and you should be showing what you are and what you've done, and your and if you can share your skills with the community at LinkedIn, then that could lead to tremendous opportunities for you.
That is a
Absolutely,
cool start,
Ishan.
Ishan. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so my name is Bhavishya Pandit, and my views on this is I believe you should be on LinkedIn because you should be on LinkedIn, and it is like it is aptly said that whatever you think is what you become, and what you think is what you consume. And we often consume like content on Instagram, on YouTube, not always on YouTube, but on Snapchat, on WhatsApp, and there are various other social media platforms which are not having the exact content for us. So uh, over here in LinkedIn, it is an assured thing that the content would be like it would really be great. So when you are absorbing a great content, when you're absorbing and seeing various things, so you definitely uplift your thought process. You definitely uplift the way you see the things. So for those reasons, I presume you should be joining LinkedIn.
That is a very cool start, Bhavishya. So let me give my own purpose of using LinkedIn. Hi, I am Harsh, and as Antaripa has introduced me, so I will be jumping straight into the question. So I have been using LinkedIn for over 1.5 years now, and from what I can grasp from LinkedIn, that it is not just a platform where you can connect with people and develop relationship. It is your own personal portfolio. So whatever you are posting on LinkedIn, leave out Facebook, leave out Instagram, leave out Reddit. So whatever you are posting on LinkedIn, it is consumed professionally. So people will be able to perceive you according to what you post on LinkedIn. And in this way, it will be like shaping your professional career in much way. So today we are not living in silos where we will publish our resume on some recruitment portal and a recruiter will be contacting you. So your LinkedIn is like just like your personal portfolio. You will be posting stuff, you will be posting about your achievement, and this will be reflected on your professional career. So this is the reason why you should be using LinkedIn, because this is your professional resume, and this is how like the recruiters are like getting into contact with the right people.
Exactly, and like that's the reason why, like if you can show them who you are and what you do, then it would be more likely that you can get a chance, an opportunity to be a part of that particular corporation.
Yeah, exactly, Ishan. That is the reason why I got an internship at Geeks for Geeks.
Yeah.
Okay, Antaripa, I suppose we can move forward. And this is one important topic that we will talk about. So, Ishan, would you like to go first?
Sure. So I was recently watching this webinar by Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was talking about the mentality of the Gen Z. Okay, the this generation of people who are between the ages of 15 to 18 or 19, and the one common trait that all of them had is that they had this ability to create. They had this curiosity to just try something new, just build something great, and then see how the people react to it and all. So I think we this generation of people between 18 to 20 and all, we like to create stuff, we like to have to see an impact, and we really want to have an impact more than anything else, right? More than money, more than the other things, we need impact.
What I'm thinking about the same is, first of all, I would like to say all the points that Ishan has mentioned, they are like to the point. And what I actually believe is when you are being like a content creator over there. So, as it says, passionate about making their story count among the network. So it is like we always want, like, we all three are content creators on LinkedIn. So, as a content creator, we always want our content to, to get valued, to be valued among people, to be appreciated, the things that we are actually doing. But it is like it not always happens like that. So there are various things that we'll be taking through, and through the slides, and various questions will be always be there. And but as of now, what we'll be saying is the best way to get any kind of engagement or appreciation is by not thinking about it.
That is quite correct, Ishan and Bhavishya, and I will be adding my own points to it. So, just like Ishan mentioned, that we are Generation Z people, and people in this generation they want to reflect their achievement. So, even if they are achieving something as simple as getting a certificate from Coursera or Udemy to something as complex as getting an internship at some FANG or product-based companies, they want to showcase that because this is something that matters to them. This is something that adds to their value. And once they develop a value around them, they develop a brand about them, people will actually be get attracted towards them. And this is the sole funda of all the social media out there, like the Facebook, the Instagram, Twitter. All over them, if you make your profiles, if you start posting stuff and content, you automatically start developing your own brand around it. So LinkedIn is just like your professional brand. So if you want to go towards more technical side, you can start posting your projects. You can start posting about your technical blogs. But if you're more towards like content writing, then you can start posting about them as well. And in this way, you will be generating some leads. And in this way, you will be making an impact on the whole community. And whatever content you post, no matter if you think that it is very simplistic, it is something that everyone knows about, it is making an impact somewhere. So like I am a Microsoft student partner and I get lots of messages around that. So if I'm posting a technical blog on how to be a part of Microsoft student partner, so this is automatically impacting hundreds of people who are aspiring for the same. So LinkedIn is a platform for you to get started with this and build your own brand value around it.
Exactly. When you create value for others, that will in the long run actually help you out. Okay. So don't think about yourself. Don't think, oh, how will I get this internship? How will I get this job? Just focus on providing value and helping other people out on LinkedIn using your content. That can be written post, that can be video, that can be articles, and we'll talk about that later on.
There's one famous quote, and which says, "The best way or the easiest way to pull yourself up is by pulling others up, and so the others will help you pull up. That is the easiest way to pull yourself up."
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So we'll start with this. What makes LinkedIn different? Okay. As you know, LinkedIn has over 660 million users right now. And uh, there were some statistics that were found out, and according to that, there were about 50% of the biggest people that are like the CEOs or the CXOs or the top positions were available on LinkedIn, and they were using LinkedIn, right? And so if you can stay around these people, if you can talk to them, then I think that can create great opportunities for you. Okay, so LinkedIn is actually a platform for you to create relationships with people, right? To talk to them, to just help them out, and then obviously, as I said, in the long run, they will help you as well, right? So yeah, that's just about what makes LinkedIn different than other platforms. The thing is, LinkedIn is made for professionals, and so it isn't a place for people to share memes or something, something that you will find on Instagram and all. So yeah, that's just something that makes LinkedIn different.
So, Bhavishya, would you like to go forward?
Uh, uh, all those points are always correct, as Ishan covers all of them. So, what I was actually thinking is, you can actually see a lot of content over there on LinkedIn. What I actually believe is, I actually follow many influencers. So, one of them is Gary Vee. Gary Vaynerchuk, you all might be knowing.
Yeah.
There are many others like there is there are many actually people. I'm not able to get their name right now. There are actually many people out there. So the type of content they actually post is always on kindness, is always on innovation, is always on technology, is always on, like, they are having a set of things that they actually put content on. So for you to be on LinkedIn, you should be having a set of content that you actually want to showcase. It's like Ishan is always posting about his YouTube videos, podcasts, and all the general issues. I'm posting about Python and machine learning codes, and all of those things are there. Hirsch posts about the projects that he is doing, or about his blogs. So there always has to be a set of section, and so LinkedIn actually makes it easier for you to select the kind of people you actually want to follow. The same is there for the same is there on Instagram also, but the way it recommends you the kind of content that you actually want to see. So it's like I don't follow fashion bloggers, so I have never ever seen fashion bloggers post on my feed, because that is how LinkedIn is recommending the content to me. So it is really very a unique one, which actually recommends you the type of content that you actually want to see.
Yeah, that was quite correct, Bhavishya. So I would like to add my points as well. So speaking from a technical point of view, let's say you want to work in some product-based company like Microsoft or Google. So the first thing that you will do if you don't have a LinkedIn account is that you will try searching all over like blog posts on how specific people cracked Google interviews or Microsoft interviews. But LinkedIn actually offers you a way that you can directly message them and you can directly clarify about them. And one thing that is quite good about the LinkedIn is that people are quite gentle here. People are quite kind. So it is not exactly like Instagram or Facebook where people fight over comments and they make silly posts over each other. So LinkedIn is a place where you can connect with the people professionally. You can start interacting with their content. You can start interacting with their post. And on LinkedIn, we have a certain sort of a trust value. So if you are having connections less than like 500 or 1000, if you are getting a message, you will be able to directly message them that, yes, thanks for connecting with me. We can talk about this and these things. But let's say your connections are ballooning up to like 15,000 or 20,000 connections. So you don't exactly get a way to directly interact with them. So the best way that you can interact with them to build a relationship with them is by posting that posts that are relevant to them and by directly interacting with them. And this is how LinkedIn is quite different, because until and unless you develop some sort of a trust value, you cannot directly interact with someone who is at a high notch position.
I agree with you, Harsh. And I think that one more reason that makes LinkedIn different is the fact that there are, as I said, 660 million people out there using LinkedIn. But when you look at the people that are actually putting out content, you will realize that there's only 2% people that are creating posts, just creating any type of content over there. So this means that there is a shortage of creators, and there are a lot of people that are consumers. Okay, and whenever that happens in any kind of platform, that means if you put out a post, it has a higher engagement, has more likes, comments, shares, whatever you want to call it. But this is another thing that makes LinkedIn different. On Instagram and other places, there everyone posts stuff. Okay, and so yeah, that's just another thing that I wanted to put in.
there's one more thing. Since we all have been talking about companies, internships, and all those things, what I actually have felt is like most of the people like know LinkedIn as, as a professional platform. It definitely is a professional platform, but if you are joining for the sole purpose of getting an internship only and you're not creating any content, then it is a bitter truth. You won't really get an internship over there. And the best thing about LinkedIn is, if you will, not only about LinkedIn but any platform, I must say, it is like, if you are uh, if you are running after internship now, then you won't get it. If you are running after the skills, and then internship would come to you by your own self. It is like, I'm pretty sure about the fact that Harsha has never run after any internship. He has been developing skills. I have been developing my own skills. It's like Ishan is into developing skills for video editing and all other things that he has been doing. He's also into ML. He also is an ML enthusiast. So it is like, if you are developing skills, then internships would come to your own, like it would come to your own door. So there is no need for you to run after internships, because it really won't like land you anywhere.
Exactly. Like I have received offers in my DM itself. They were like, "Oh, Ishan, I saw your post talking about machine learning or this particular thing, and so I just wanted to ask if you'd be interested for a internship at my company. Would you like to have a webinar or like a Zoom call with me?" And so that's just how it happens. Most of the time, when you put out content, great things will happen to you.
And one thing I want to add is like commenting interested in the post, like without any without posting any content in LinkedIn, without engaging with any other content. If you just keep on posting, commenting interested and all, I don't think like it really is a good idea, because the recruiters don't connect back with you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Like if you say the same thing
exactly.
that everyone else is saying, then you cannot expect them to actually pick you, right? What happens in comments is that most people all say very good, really nice, congratulations, or again, as Antaripa said, interested. What you should try to do is that you should actually try to read the post properly and then understand what you want to say in return to that person, and then drop your perspective on that particular post. Okay, so let's just say, for example, someone talks about GeoMeet and how it copied Zoom. Then you can read the post and you can drop your own perspective on that, and then that particular comment would be different than anyone else, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it is
That
like,
is quite correct, Ishan.
uh,
Yeah, Bhavishya, please go on.
yeah, writing interested is, it won't actually help you out, because it's like, none of us is Elon Musk or Narendra Modi, that if you'd write interested, so they would come guessing and they will be like, oh, Narendra Modi or Elon Musk is written interested over there, will be offering things, will be offering services to them. So it won't really help you out, because it's like, you have to have that courtesy. It's like, you won't be served with that platter. You actually have to do it. So it is like, if there is a job opening, if there is an HR manager who's posted, yeah, we are having this position. So writing and commenting interested won't really help you. Yeah. So that was a nice description. Yeah, that was a nice description, Harsh. So there are like a few things that I actually like you all to understand. And that is, you might be seeing many people getting placed into Amazon or Microsoft, and people are liking, they are receiving thousands of likes, thousands, literally thousands of likes and hundreds of comments on their posts. Everyone's congratulating them. So here the thing actually is they are not liking the, like, it is not reacting to the person, actually the content that he is posting. They are reacting to the achievement that he has, like, what he has achieved. They are reacting to the tag that is with his name, and that is of Microsoft or of Amazon. So it is like, I myself don't, it's like, obviously, see, that I'll explain one concept. When you are having likes or reactions on the factor of hundreds, then you automatically get intimidated by the amount of support that post has been getting. So at times, what it happens is like, you don't even read it to the fullest, and you just like it like that only. It happens like that. And so over here, I myself have not, it's like, obviously I have supported and have reacted that uh, celebration wala thing on people who are getting into Microsoft or who have cracked that interview and now are sitting in Amazon. But I personally don't remember the name of any one of them. It is because of that, because they have been doing it for their own selves, and it is just that we all are reacting to what he has achieved, not what he's been doing. So it is like for you, if you want actually, if you really want your network to remember you, if you really want, it is like I'm pretty sure about the fact that my network knows who Bhavishya Pandit is. Harsh's network know who Harsh Vardhan Mishra is, and the same for Ishan. I'm there for only like I'm there on LinkedIn for like not more than 6 months, but still in that 6 months also, I'm very proud of myself that I was able to make an impact so that my network knows who I am. And same for like Harsh is there for more time. So this obviously the same for Harsh also and Ishan also.
Yeah, exactly. Because what happens is that when you continue to put one type of content over and over again, you become that kind of a, like they say that, okay, Ishan is like the podcast guy, and I have another person in my connections, and she always talks about artificial intelligence and more specifically voice assistants. Okay, and so she's like the AI assistant girl and all. So like they have this mentality of this is the person, Ishan Sharma, related to podcasting. So they understand who that person is, right? On the other hand, if you have someone that literally just got into Microsoft or something, and that is his first post saying that hello everyone, I'm very happy to announce that I got into Amazon or Microsoft. Yeah, that post will obviously go viral and all, but afterwards no one will really know who he is, right? So that's just something to understand.
Yeah, and one more thing that I would like to add, that if you are landing upon a new opportunity, or if you are getting something as simple as a certificate of participation or appreciation, it is better to document your journey that goes behind that particular success. So let's say you have landed upon an internship. So it is better to write a blog post or a small LinkedIn post that how you got that internship, what exactly you were asked about, and how exactly you cracked that particular role. Because this is something that can impact a lot of people who are reading your post, who are going through your content, and this can pretty much motivate them to go forward with this. And this is how we build connections. This is how we build a brand.
Exactly.
Self branding is always important.
Yeah, it is something that people hold taboo to, but in the professional life, it is something that is quite necessary.
Let me give you one more example, guys. What happened because of the COVID situation is that people lost a bunch of their jobs and the offers that they got, fourth year people. So they started posting that, hello everyone, I lost my job from Intel, and this is the skills I have, this is the experience I have, this is my resume, please connect me with people. Okay, and that is literally their first post on the platform after being on the platform for the last 3 to 4 years. Okay, so like no one knows them. And when someone like me or someone like Bhavish or Harsh, when we say something like that, people recognize us. People like, okay, this person needs support. This person needs a job. Okay, so that will increase the chances of you getting a job versus someone who is anonymous.
Very true. And I would also like to add this, like when you um, post something about like you have got some certificates and all, so just post a proper description of what you have learned in in this course, and like it will add value to your connections because they will get to know what they can learn after doing this course.
Yes, that is the right way of doing it. And I don't really remember that I've ever done that. I've never ever uploaded or posted any post with of my certifications because it's like LinkedIn is already full of certificates, achievements. It is like I don't know whether everyone is so cool that everyone is achieving in this world. Everyone is achieving somehow or the other thing. So it is just that when I am into when I it is like I actually have to post daily on of my course. So it is just that I always try my best to stick to that topic only. Or sometimes I post about the trending posts that I am having, not about the certifications and all those things because everyone is posting about certifications and I just don't want my network to see and think about me that he is also posting about certifications. So if there are two things to ponder. So if you actually want to show that we have achieved something, so it shouldn't be something that everyone else is doing. Uh, and it definitely is not certificates. If you have made, as Harsh has said, if you have Harsh and Antaripa both have said that it's like you need to make a journey. It is like I've completed a course, I've completed a specialization, and with the help of that knowledge, I was able to make this project of mine, and this project is solving this real life problem. And all these things are really helping. And I believe when this product is put into production, it will definitely be helping a tons of people. So that is how you actually do it. And the second way of doing is you don't do it that way. You don't post it. You just post what that necessary content actually is.
Okay. Ishan, would you like to go forward?
Yeah, sure. So what happens is that people are afraid. I was attending a bunch of uh, what do you call it, lectures from my college, and no one was interacting with the professor in a class of 60 people. And the reason for that is that they are afraid of what other people will think about them. Okay, and if you really think about it, if you don't ask, you don't get anything. Okay, like I literally asked a bunch of people who are at the top of their industries that, hey, would you like to be on my podcast as a guest? And they said yes, right? Most of them say yes. People don't understand the importance of just asking something. Okay, they are afraid too much of what the outcome will be. Okay, and so what you have to understand is that if you don't do this, if you don't go out of your way, if you don't do something different, then you won't expect the results that everyone else is, wanting.
What I actually believe is fear of public failure is so common among us that we at one point of time we all might have felt it. I have felt it too. Ishan might have felt it too, and I'm pretty sure Hirsch has like felt it too. Like you actually feel it when you are new to that field, and it's like when you keep on posting it repeatedly. Recursively, you are posting it. You are recursively showing yourself up on LinkedIn. Then that fear really fades off, and it really doesn't like go away. And as far as fear of your story is concerned, so would frame it in a way where it is not necessary. If you'll think that people will like my content or not, then you won't land anywhere. It is like if you'll be posting the content, okay, it's like this. If I am posting about daily coding, then people will definitely like it if I am posting it continuously. That is what the content you will be doing it. That is how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to post what people will like it. You're supposed to post it so often that people will like it. There is a difference. And it is like fear of criticism is also there. It is like it often happens that when we are doing something, we not everyone will like our initiative, not everyone will appreciate us. So uh, but in that thing, it all ends up to you how you are taking that criticism. I of there it has happened once or twice that I've also got corrections in my code because the one who's correcting me is having an experience of 10 years. And obviously I'm 21, so he has a lot more experience than me. So at that moment of time, it is up to me how I'm taking that criticism. And at that moment of time, I take that criticism as a positive criticism, as a lesson, as a learning, so that I won't be doing that again. So it is all up to you. And when it comes to fear of failing your dreams, uh, this is the best thing that I actually feel. It is like there is nothing like failure. Failure is not like if you fail, you are destroyed or you're obliterated. You won't be something. There is nothing like that actually. Failure just means a delay. It is
Failure
like
is
if Earth,
temporary.
yeah, failure is temporary. Failure is just a delay. If any of us has tried for an internship and we haven't got it up, or we have missed. I personally have like missed a few internships. Like I got nervous. I didn't answer properly. So it is not a failure. It is like it is just that a delay. It
Stepping
it
stone,
actually taught me something. Yeah, it actually taught me something. So, and all of those things are there. It is like in a platform on LinkedIn where everyone is posting about their own achievements. Be brave enough to post about your failures. Be brave enough to post about the things that you actually messed up and how happy you are because the things that you actually missed, you are actually happy because they actually taught you something new. So in a world where everyone is posting about their achievements, you should stand alone. You should stand apart from each the crowd. Stand apart from the crowd and say that yes, I'm brave enough to post everything about me, so that that content that I am posting, even you are learning from it. So you can actually learn from my mistake. You can actually portray it as like that. And when you are portraying it in such a way, so people will definitely like it.
Quattro Bhavishya. So when I talk about my failures, I failed in Google Summer of Code. I did not manage to get a fellowship at Major League Hacking. I failed my Oracle, the foundational cloud exam 3 times. So this is not something that we should be disheartened about. This is something that we can take it as a challenge. So when I failed in getting my proposal accepted for Google Summer of Code, what I started doing was that I started researching more on open source. And I recently got to mentor 2 of the open source programs, Student Code in and P Club Summer of Code. And I'm also moderating a GSOC group where I am like instructing on how the beginners can get started with Git and GitHub. So this is something like a stepping stone in your learning, and this is something where you can introspect that what are the things that you were missing out and what are the things that you can improve up.
That's so true, and even Shauna said it so well in the comments. Definitely, failure is just first attempt in learning, right?